The justice journey continues. After more than a year of unanswered questions, the attorney accused of killing his wife is back in Illinois. He's set to appear in court today.
And violence interrupters are riding the CTA overnight, stepping in to help calm tensions and keep riders safe after recent attacks.
Plus, Soldier Field Stadium, speculation stirring with strong feelings around the region of a future stadium on this Tuesday, January 13th.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 starts now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Tanya Babichin for Terrell.
And I'm Val Warner. Good to be with you this morning. Let's take a look outside. Look at this beautiful shot of our city. And man, the weather is going to be nice today. Tracy.
Good morning. Yeah, it is. You know, we're at 40 degrees right now out at O'Hare, 39 at the lakefront, 39 in Gary, and 38 degrees currently in Joliet. We're not stopping there. This is not a falling temperature kind of day. We will rise up around 50 degrees, still waiting for the sun to come up this morning, and we will get to see some sun here today. But tomorrow is going to turn much colder with falling temperatures and probably some gusty winds too. We'll talk about it all coming up. Diane?
Out there on the roads, we're seeing growing travel times across the board on most of our inbound expressways, seeing some outbound delays on the Kennedy, on the Eisenhower as well. We do have a crash on I-55. In fact, we may have more than one crash almost at the same location, northbound I-55 between US 6 and I-80. We're seeing a solid wall of traffic because of that crash that's taking out at least one lane. Delays right now are before US 6, so a heads up there if you are traveling on northbound I-55. Chopper 7 over the Eisenhower right around Independence. Headlights coming inbound. You see building traffic there. 40 minutes coming inbound on the Eisenhower right now. Val and Tanya, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Diane. And this morning marks a major development in the case for I-Team, as in case our I-Team has followed for more than a year. The attorney accused of killing his wife in a Chicago high-rise is back in Illinois after being extradited from Michigan.
And he's expected to appear before a judge today. Stephanie Wade is tracking what happens next and what this first court appearance could mean for the case. Stephanie.
Well, after more than a year of questions surrounding the death of 36-year-old Caitlin Tracy, her husband, Adam Beckerink, the only suspect in her death, will go before a judge to be formally charged with her murder. Chopper 7 shows Chicago police detectives walking Beckerink into the station at Belmont and Western. He was extradited here from Michigan, where he served a sentence for domestic violence against Tracy. A murder warrant was issued for Beckerink 1 year after Tracy was found dead at the bottom of the stairwell in his South Loop condo building in October of 2024. Her foot severed and her body pulverized. Now, after months of serving his sentence in Michigan, Beckerink was served a governor's warrant signed by J.B. Pritzker for first-degree murder to bring him back here to Illinois. And we have learned Beckerink is expected to go before Judge Susanna Ortiz today at 11:30. Tanya, back to you.
Stephanie, thank you. Members of Violence Interrupters Incorporated rode the blue line in an effort to help reduce crime. About a dozen trained violence prevention specialists boarded a train last night in the Loop. They did it in response to several stabbings and other violence. We heard from them just before they started.
We're serious. We really want to help the passengers on CTA. It makes no sense when you have working class people that are scared to board the trains because they're scared for their lives and their personal safety.
The group is talking to riders and working to identify people who may be experiencing mental distress or homelessness.
Illinois and Chicago are suing the Department of Homeland Security. The lawsuit accuses Border Patrol and ICE agents of causing turmoil in the Chicago area. It asks a court to step in and prevent agents from using tools like tear gas during Operation Midway Blitz. We've reached out to DHS for comment, but have not heard back. Well, the state of Minnesota and cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul are also suing the Department of Homeland Security. That case claims the recent surge of agents is unlawful. The lawsuit comes after an agent shot and killed Renee Good last week. The lawsuit asks a judge to ban DHS from arresting people unless there's probable cause that they have committed a crime.
Former students and colleagues are remembering a Chicago Public Schools teacher this morning after a week-long search ended in tragedy. Linda Brown was a special education teacher at Robert Healy Elementary School. Chicago police say her body was found in Lake Michigan near the 31st Street Harbor. Her former students say they will stand as a testament to her lasting legacy.
Ms. Smith was somebody that created that safe space for us, somebody that encouraged us to use our voice, encouraged us to explore things and use our voices. Is a beautiful person, and although she's no longer here physically, her legacy will continue to flourish through all the lives that she was able to touch.
Chicago police are conducting a death investigation. The Chicago surgeon charged with killing his ex-wife and her husband will be returned to Ohio to face charges. Michael McKee had his first court appearance in Rockford yesterday. That's where police arrested him over the weekend. McKee is accused of killing Monique and Spencer Tepe at their Columbus home last month. McKee was married to Monique from 2015 to 2017. New this morning, village trustees in LaGrange have approved plans for a new condo building where Jackson Square Antique Mall now stands. The property was sold last year to a developer who wants to tear it down and build a 39-unit condo complex in its place. Residents and mall renters spoke against the plan at last night's meeting. Trustees agreed with findings the antique mall would cost too much to try to rehab.
Also in the suburbs, some frustrated residents voiced their displeasure at the first city council meeting in months. Despite the city of Harvey being in more than $150 million in debt, Mayor Christopher Clark was a no-show last night. Residents sharing that frustration during the public comment session.
We're not being given the due notices, the due respect that we deserve. I would like to see more collaboration and just the ability to move forward in a positive manner.
Harvey is hoping the state will help them dig out of their deep financial hole. Meantime, still no official reason has been given for the mayor's absence.
You will soon pay more for concerts, shows, and sporting events in Rosemont, according to the Daily Herald. The Village Board approved raising the facility service fee to $3 at Allstate Arena and the Rosemont Theater, with the increase taking effect February 1st. 5:30 Sunday can't come fast enough, but the Bears are already thinking beyond this season.
Yes, they are. Season ticket holders are weighing in on a possible new stadium, including a move to Northwest Indiana. Lisette Nunez joins us live at her current home, Soldier Field, this morning with more on the stadium study. Lisette.
Yeah, well, the survey touts a modern stadium in Northwest Indiana. This was sent out to season ticket holders to gauge their interest. So the survey went on to say that this potential new stadium or potential move to Northwest Indiana would have double the parking spots compared to Soldier Field. And this would potentially create a more robust tailgating experience. The team announced late last year that they were reconsidering plans to build a new stadium in Arlington Heights over concerns that they would not get state funding for infrastructure. Sources tell ABC7 that NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell toured both potential Bear Stadium sites in Northwest Indiana and Arlington Heights over the weekend. Both Indiana and Illinois lawmakers weighing in on the potential move by the Bears.
I think the Chicago Bears, especially during playoff time, would waste any time on a survey if they weren't seriously looking into it and they weren't serious about that being an option for their future home.
No, I think that's just leverage. I think the Chicago Bears are an iconic institution, and they know that being in or around Chicago is a part of that.
In a statement, the Bears call this survey a standard but important step to understand fan interest. We're outside of Soldier Field. Lisette Nunez, ABC7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.
Lisette, thank you. As excitement ramps up for the next game, ticket prices staying relatively low. Broker Steve says single seats for the Rams game opened at about $500 per ticket, $300 cheaper than the Packers game. All right. One woman and her son visiting Soldier Field were gifted a pair of tickets to the game in honor of her late husband, who would have turned 40 this year.
This was the thing he loved the most in the world, and I think the Bears were the second. So this is extraordinarily special.
How sweet. Ruth Moriarty says her late husband Michael was born in 1986, the year the Bears won their only Super Bowl. What a gift to commemorate him in this way.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, and thanks to the wonderful donors who made that possible.
Oh, goodness. And listen, look for extensive coverage leading up to Sunday's game all week on air and online.
We are Chicago proud this morning of a 7th grader from Aurora who's making track history. This is Amari Lewis, capturing 3 gold medals at the AAU Northern National Indoor Championships, setting a national record in the 200-meter dash for the 12 and under division. He's an honor roll student and was also named track MVP. Way to go, Amari.
Okay, a student athlete. Your live and local news, excellent student athlete, is just getting started as we stream out loud this morning. Coming up this morning, from heart-pounding playoff wins to nail-biting nerves at home, Bears fandom is on full display this morning.
Illinois leaders return to Springfield facing a massive budget gap and a new push to tax millionaires.
But first, Tracy has your ABC7 AccuWeather forecast coming up next.
Well, good morning to you. Happy Tuesday. Kind of a terrific Tuesday. Weather-wise, we'll make it up to about 50 degrees here today. Average high is 31, not quite a record. Record high today, 58 degrees. Mainly cloudy skies with us right now. It's currently 40 degrees. Now with a southwest wind at 16, and it is going to be kind of breezy today, that does make it feel like it's 31 degrees. 39 at the lakefront, 36 in Valparaiso, 34 in DeKalb, 39 right now in LaSalle. Some of our wind chills upper 20s and right around 30. Couple of brief sprinkles, mainly north and along the state line earlier this morning. But those of you southwest Michigan, across north central Indiana, basically looking at a winter storm watch tomorrow through the day on Thursday, and that is due to some lake effect snow. Strong gusty winds will result in visibilities that could be quite terrible at times. So once again, that's mainly tomorrow during the day into Thursday. But here on the Illinois side, probably tomorrow, it just is cold with falling temperatures, windy conditions, and maybe a few spotty snow showers at times. Diane, what are you following now?
All right, definitely getting a lot busier out there this morning, Tracy, especially on all of our inbound expressways, seeing outbound delays on the Kennedy, which is pretty normal for this time in the morning. We've got those 2 crashes on I-55. The first one is approaching I-80. The other one is near Bluff. All lanes are blocked right now. Traffic is only getting by on that right shoulder, and we're seeing delays before Bluff all the way past I-80. So heads up there, it is obviously causing some big problems. We've got another crash for you. This one, check out our tollway camera. Eastbound I-88 at 22nd. It is all on the left shoulder. Tollway authority is there. Illinois State Police on the way. Sounds like it's pretty minor, and Val, no injuries involved here. Back to you.
Okay, got it. Illinois House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch is pushing for a new tax on millionaires as the General Assembly gets ready to return to work in Springfield next week. It comes as lawmakers face a $2.2 billion budget deficit. ABC7 political reporter Craig Wall talked one-on-one with the speaker and has more on this session coming up and the warning for Chicago.
Nothing new. We've done it before.
House Speaker Emanuel Chris Welch seemingly unfazed by the $2 billion deficit looming when lawmakers return to Springfield next week.
And I think every year in January, going into the start of session, we've been faced with a deficit.
This session, the focus will be on affordability, something that Democrats and Republicans define differently.
In the veto session, passing that transit reform bill was historic. If that's not an affordability bill, I don't know what is.
Under him, over the last 5 years, our budget's gone from $40 billion to $55 billion. So I don't really know what affordability means to me. One thing that it cannot mean, and I don't think it will mean in a campaign year, is increase in taxes.
Speaker Welch suggesting Mayor Brandon Johnson's hopes for state approval for progressive taxes, such as one on professional services, may go nowhere.
We're going to put those things through the hopper like we would any other idea. I don't know if there's an appetite for anything right now.
Except, he says, for a tax surcharge on incomes over $1 million, modeled after Massachusetts, which Forbes reports saw a windfall of $5.7 billion during the first 2 years.
I have been a very big believer that the wealthy should pay more, that they should pay their fair share. And I think a surcharge tax on millionaires is an easy way to do it.
You know, I think it'd just be another thing to make us unfriendly to folks that have assets and resources to come here and want to build and grow their businesses.
As for the Bears, Welch said he'd be open to state infrastructure help at the Arlington Heights property, but that's about it.
When it comes to the Bears, I don't know if folks want us to make that a top priority.
Craig Wall, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Social media, but in moderation. That is the new guidance from a study published in JAMA Pediatrics. The research found girls in 8th and 9th grade reported the highest social media use, while boys showed steadier use through 12th grade. The study also suggests cutting social media out entirely can negatively affect teens' well-being. Experts recommend waiting until at least age 13 before allowing kids to start using social media. Coming out this morning, a new promise on credit card rates and why some say it could backfire. And a historic building divides a village. Now the decision is final. That's ahead.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
There is growing backlash this morning over a criminal investigation involving Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, with some Republicans calling the probe politically motivated. It comes as President Trump heads to Michigan today, pushing new plans to lower utility bills and cap credit card interest rates. ABC's Lionel Moise has the latest.
Today, President Trump heads to Michigan, focusing on the economy, with polls showing Americans worried about jobs and affordability. Trump will tour a factory that produces Ford trucks. The president also teasing a deal with Microsoft to help lower utility bills, which have been rising across the country in part because of energy-hungry artificial intelligence data centers. Trump posting the big technology companies who build them must pay their own way. Trump is also reviving a pledge to cap credit card interest rates at 10% for 1 year.
I want a cap on credit card interest rates because, you know, some of them are 28, almost 30%. And that people don't know they're paying 30%.
Critics warn capping credit card rates could have devastating risks.
The real victims would probably be the millions of Americans who no longer be able to borrow money. Some people are bad credit risks, and these companies simply won't lend to any of them.
Bank and credit card stocks falling on the news Monday, but there could be bipartisan support for Trump's proposal.
The White House is beginning finally to feel the heat. That American families are in worse financial shape than they were when Donald Trump was sworn in a year ago.
Senator Elizabeth Warren says she spoke with Trump. Warren saying Congress can pass legislation to cap credit card rates if he will actually fight for it. Consumers also grappling with inflation. The government is set to release a new inflation report today as the president pushes the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell claims that push for lower rates is behind the Justice Department's new criminal investigation looking into Powell's testimony about expensive renovations at Fed headquarters.
Senator Tom Tillis is vowing to oppose the confirmation of any nominee to the Federal Reserve Board until legal matters concerning Powell are resolved. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has been quoted saying the investigation into Powell causes a mess that's bad for the markets. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
A controversial development plan in downtown LaGrange is moving forward. The village board unanimously approved the plan late last night. The 5-story condo will sit on the site of the Jackson Square Antique Mall on Burlington. Many residents were against tearing down the 100-year-old Art Deco building to make way for that project. But in the end, trustees agreed that the rehabbing of the current structure would be too costly.
Maybe the whole building isn't practical to be repurposed, but there are other ways to use that building and to save that facade.
I think that this is the right proposal at the right time and the right people, and I would urge you to move it forward.
Before last night's vote, an online petition to preserve the structure had collected thousands of signatures.
Today, the DuPage Children's Museum is going to the ducks. The museum is celebrating International Rubber Ducky Day with hands-on activities and a ducky hunt in Naperville.
Well, right now we're going to join our Good Morning America viewers. I'll have a I'm not. Tanya Babbage will have or am I doing it?
No, I got it.
Oh, okay. Somebody's going to give you a news update on TV in just a bit, and you'll see it here as well.
Meantime, when we come back, one franchise, 150 years, and a weekend packed with Cubs memories.
Now, an update from ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Good morning. It is 7:23. I'm Tanya Babbage. Today, an attorney accused of murdering his wife is expected to be formally charged with her murder. Chopper 7 was overhead as CPD detectives walked Adam Beckerink into the station yesterday at Belmont and Western. Beckerink was extradited from Michigan, where he served a sentence for domestic violence against Caitlin Tracy. She was found dead at the bottom of the stairwell in his South Loop condo building in October of 2024. Let's get a check of the ABC7 AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Tracy Butler.
Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, everybody. Right now, we're at 40 degrees at O'Hare, 39 Joliet, 36 Kankakee and Rensselaer, 36 also in Woodstock. Well, today we are aiming high for temperatures around 50 degrees. Our average high today is 31. So we're definitely above that right now and will be through the day. Tomorrow, though, starts a pattern change. It will be windy, blustery, colder here tomorrow with falling temperatures, some light snow showers on occasion tomorrow, but we're watching lake effect snow, mainly in north central Indiana, southwest Michigan, tomorrow right through Thursday. Diane, after this.
It's starting the day with hope, knowing you're in the right place, having access to advanced treatments and the most experienced cancer experts. When you're facing cancer, it's not just one thing that makes the difference. It's everything. The big, the small, the unexpected that helps you keep moving forward. Advocate Healthcare. Cancer care that makes the difference.
Welcome back. Still have very busy conditions out there on most of our inbound expressways. We do have some outbound delays on the Kennedy, for example. It's about a 55-minute trip going out to O'Hare, and really those delays didn't start popping up until the last half hour or so. We've got 2 separate crashes on northbound I-55. All lanes are shut down. Only the right shoulder is getting by, so we're seeing pretty significant delays before US 6. So we've got one approaching I-80 and one near Bluff. So heads up there, as I mentioned, creating a big traffic jam there because of those crashes. Eastbound I-88, let's go to our tollway camera right at 22nd Street. We do have the tollway authority there at a minor crash in the left shoulder.
Welcome back, everybody. Live look outside. The sun is up. 7:27 in the morning. Another check of your weather and traffic coming up in just a bit.
Still to come. The Cubs convention is happening this weekend. It'll celebrate the team's 150th season as a National League franchise. The opening ceremony is Friday. On Saturday, there's a reunion planned for the 2016 World Series championship team, and there will be an exhibit remembering late Hall of Famer Ryne Sandberg. Still to come this morning.
Yes, streaming at 7, a Chicago music legend turns up the volume for the Bears, the king of house music. I don't think this is it. This is Disney on Ice. We are going to talk about Disney on Ice making a comeback to the Chicagoland area. With stints at the Allstate Arena and United Center. How to take the little ones to enjoy all the magic of the princesses from Moana, Toy Story, Zootopia, and all the fun coming up. All right, coming up this morning, streaming at 7, a Chicago music house legend turns up the volume for the Bears, the king of house music, on his new team anthem.
Bears legend, Loyals fan, a moment that went viral.
Plus, Mullet Mania. The Mullet makes a bold comeback, and the competition, it's fierce.
Streaming live from Chicago, ABC7 Eyewitness News at 7 continues.
Good morning. Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday, January 13th.
How are we doing out there? Yeah, it looks. It actually looks pretty bright out there, Tracy.
So we will see some sun here today.
Good.
Today, up around 50 degrees. How about it? We're 40 right now at O'Hare, but after today, it will become much more January-like, and I mean much colder, windy, and we do have occasional snow in the forecast too. Diane.
All right. Thank you so much, Tracy. And let's move on to what's going on out there. Just got word of another crash on I-55, so let's get right to it. So now we've got 3, one approaching I-80, one past Bluff, and one near Bluff. An absolute mess on northbound I-55 with delays beginning way before US 6. In fact, it's just getting worse and worse and worse, probably all the way back to Arsenal at this point because of this crash. Let's go out to our tollway camera. Eastbound I-88 at 22nd. Tollway authorities working on this crash. Pretty minor, left shoulder, but folks are stopping as they pass it, so it's creating a little bit of a delay there.
Yeah, that Gabriel's delay is always something else.
Always.
Okay, so this morning we're talking about Chicago's house music royalty turning up the volume for the monsters of the Midway.
Farley Jackmaster Funk, the king of house music and a lifelong Bears fan, has dropped a new anthem that he hopes will fire fans up all season long.
ABC7's Jose Sanders sat down with the legendary DJ to talk Bears pride, music, and a chant that he hopes echoes all the way to the Super Bowl.
Let's go! Let's go!
What was it in your soul that said now is the time?
We winning.
Farley grew up on the South Side, emerging as a vibrant presence in the music scene, in clubs, on the airwaves, and in the recording industry. He hopes his Bears chant will be the theme of Champions. Farley welcomed me to his mobile studio, fit for the king of funk sound.
Being a lifelong Bear fan and them playing with my emotions, you know, it just was one of them things like, man, we back. Everybody in the entire building, stand with me. Bear down.
Farley, how big is this to Bears fans? How different is this whole vibe from the Super Bowl shuffle back in the day?
This one, Jose, is for the whole fan. This song here is the stadium rocker where everybody stands up. So I've created something that all our fans can, we can be on one accord together and cheer for our team.
I like that, inclusive of everybody.
Yes, yes.
So this seems like something that people have really been waiting for, kind of redemption. We back.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1985 Chicago Bears.
You think they have the same kind of charisma? You think they have the same kind of staying power that those guys did?
It's going to take a lot to live up to the charisma of the 85. Almost all of them were at the top of their game. And it was a team effort, just like it is now. I'm 63, so of course, that was the heyday of house music in the beginning, 85, 86, and here we are, you know, seeing Walter Payton and all the, you know, awesome Bears that were playing the game. You know, I gotta do something to commemorate this thing. Hop on in for the Bears, for the Bears.
What's your hope and dream for this particular song?
This song is timeless because as long as you like football and as long as you like the Bears, love the Bears, we are the Bears. And so the fans will have their hands in the air and we will be screaming, we are the Bears.
All the way.
All the way.
We are the Bears. Jose Sanders, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
It's catchy, yeah.
Are the Bears.
Let's
I can't
go,
sing that loud.
let's go. Yeah, it's Farley might be onto something with this. So,
The video's a little dark though.
Yeah,
Those bears are something else.
I spoke with him briefly yesterday, and he said that because I told him, I said, Farley, it's a little. I wanted it to be a little bit more upbeat. He was like, no, Val, it's intended to be a chant at a stadium with a lot of people. And then once he sold, like talking to him, so I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah. And you do have to kind of get
So from a musical perspective though, like that's too low for most people to sing along with. And then if you go an octave higher, it's too high. We are the Bears. Like in order to be able to hit those notes, it doesn't have this. Like,
I guess it's got to be.
We got to change the key. We got to change the key.
Listen, after all those beers and warming beverages at Soldier Field,
or the pneumonia that you catch,
it's going to be whatever it comes out is going to have to be. But yeah, it's. I think it's going to be catchy though. I think once all the stuff kicks in, everybody will be chanting it. Speaking of, let's talk about Soldier Field a little bit more. Now to Soldier Field surprise. Imagine firing up the grill at your Bears tailgate and a Hall of Famer walks in.
Pretty cool, right? That's exactly what happened to longtime Chicago Bears tailgaters. They got a surprise visit from team legend Brian Urlacher.
Right there, flat on the floor. That would be me.
Urlacher stopped by to meet fans, pose for photos, show off his hair, and thank them for years of loyalty, turning an ordinary game day into a moment they're never going to forget. Of course not. This surprise went viral, reminding fans that in Chicago, Bears football is more than a game, it is a community. That's really cool of him to do.
Massive crush on him.
Really?
Massive.
Diane.
My husband used to say, because we had a...
He was your hall pass?
Oh my God. So we had a signed Urlacher picture in the basement, and Nick's like, I have the picture up. It's up. And I'm like, I love this picture. I would like drool.
Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah.
I was in that boat too for a second. You know what? He has a lot of
charisma,
swag.
He's you love a man with swagger.
I do. But you know who's the current Brian Urlacher for me?
Who?
Two of them.
Who?
Well, Jason Kelsey.
So I'm over him.
Okay.
Oh, that was fast.
But yeah, I get over my man fast.
That's all right. That's okay.
Two, I'll let y'all guess. They're on the Bears.
Oh, come on. We
Two.
can guess?
Roma Dunze.
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
He's cute as a button.
He is cute as a button. Nope.
You're not going to give us anything.
I mean, it'll be obvious if I give you the one clue I'm thinking about. Come on now.
Colston Loveland?
Yep, that's one.
Okay.
Really?
Yep, that's one. Number two.
Cole Kmet.
It's not Caleb.
Yes.
Okay.
Who's the other one?
Cole Kmet. Yeah, but Loveland not for me, for Zoe.
You're such a good mother.
He's like 21.
Yeah. That's what I think. But Kmet just got married, so.
I mean, this is fantasy. We're not talking about reality.
Okay,
So
yeah.
it's okay to be married.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I don't know. Loveland has kind of surpassed Kmet for me. It was called Kmet for forever because he's from Chicago and everything. But Loveland, he's such a cutie pie to me. I think he is just. His personality, his
work ethic.
He's catching that ball like he was a good get.
Absolutely.
And he's got a lot of swag.
That's what you all get when you have all women on a show.
Swag report.
As we talk about hall passes, Tracy, who's yours? Not your historic one. We all know that Tom Petty is your forever love. We all know, but like,
sadly, he passed.
Living hall pass.
Tom Petty?
Tom Petty.
Oh, yeah, she said not Tom Petty. Do you have another one outside of Tom
I'm
Petty?
asking you if you have a living hall pass.
Probably Luke Bryant.
Oh, yes. How could we forget that?
Mm-hmm.
You?
All right.
Paul Rudd.
Really?
Love Paul Rudd. And my Paul knows that too.
Are you ready to say yours on TV or not?
I don't think I have one.
I like the funny guys.
Give me some time. I don't have one.
Yeah. I like the cute funny guys.
I'm not like I would totally be honest. I just told you we used to be
for
Urlacher.
twang.
I am.
Okay,
very much
Tony
so.
rarely raps us. He said he loves the conversation, but we got to move on. This morning, we are highlighting Bears fans showing their team spirit as Chicago pushes through the playoffs.
Bears playoff fever running high. Fans like Amanda Chavez from Bourbonnais says this season feels different. Look at the excitement here, celebrating every heart-pounding win with her family, calling this team clutch, special, worth every nerve-wracking moment. I love the kids' excitement.
So cute. And Bears fandom runs deep in Plainfield. Kenneth and Michelle Hunter say game days are intense, with Kenneth, the ultimate Bears fan, and Michelle nervously watching from the sidelines as every play unfolds.
Kenneth was all
He's
over.
coaching from the sidelines, baby.
Every house, I swear. Okay, thank you guys to all of you all for sending in your videos. We really do like them. So ABC7 Eyewitness News continues streaming out loud after this break.
Well, good morning to you. Take a peek at our current temperatures. 39 right now in Northerly Island, 39 right now in Gary, 40 degrees at O'Hare, 39 is the temperature now in Joliet. High temperatures today up around 50 degrees. And yes, I think we will get to see a bit of sun around here too. But tomorrow, goodbye to the sun, goodbye to the mild temperatures. We get a lot of cloud cover around here, maybe even some flurries at times, and falling temperatures. And it's also going to be pretty windy tomorrow too. For those of you in northern Indiana, southwest Michigan, you're looking at a lake effect snow setup that could bring anywhere from 4 to maybe 9, maybe even 10 inches of snow. That's mainly LaPorte County on east and north into southwest Michigan. And that's for tomorrow through the day on Thursday. For us here in the Chicago area on the Illinois side, I think Thursday night off and on through Saturday, we are looking at some snow here and much colder for the weekend. Diane?
All right, let's talk about what's going on out there, which is a lot of traffic coming inbound, especially on that Rhine. So we've got backups from I-57 and the Bishop Road all the way through, almost all the way through the entire length of the Rhine. Stevenson coming in pretty busy, as is the Eisenhower, both directions of the Kennedy, hovering right around the hour coming in or outbound. So both of them are very, very heavy. Getting better on I-55, 3 separate crashes that state police are dealing with. The first one is approaching I-80, all of them, by the way, on the northbound side. The other past Bluff, the other near Bluff. So we've got delays before US 6 that looks like to me breaking up a tad bit once you get a little closer to I-80. So just a heads up there if you do take I-55 in that area, tack on a lot of extra time. To our tollways we go, southbound on the Tri-State, just south of Route 137. Actually, can we go to the other tollway camera, Davis, if we can? We do have another crash there on the southbound side of the Tri-State, just south of Route 137. You do. Okay, so that's all right. It's on the left shoulder. Anyway, 2 vehicles, minor crash there, but delays are definitely building as people are watching it as they drive by. Val and Tanya.
Thank you so much. So the Great Chicago Blood Drive is tomorrow, and the Red Cross says the need is urgent. Donors of every blood type are encouraged to sign up. Of course, I'm an A+.
I found out mine last year because remember before years past I was not able to donate because I was iron deficient. Then I got my iron up, so I was able to donate, and they sent me my card, but I can't remember.
You don't remember what you were?
I have it. I have it in my purse.
If you're an O, you're especially desired. That's that's the universal donor, and so they're looking for, I think, O or O negative. But yes, I'm A positive.
Show off. This morning, Cheryl Scott shares how those donations helped a Chicago area woman through a very difficult fight with fibroids.
It's really difficult talking about it.
A few years ago, Monique Gamboa received a life-changing diagnosis.
And then it was real emotional, shocking news. She's like, well, you have too much fibroids. We stopped counting after 6.
Fibroids are growths that form in or on the walls of the uterus and can lead to all kinds of complications, from heavy, painful menstrual cycles to miscarriages. Roughly 2 out of every 10 women who have not gone through menopause have them.
He's like, I don't know how you're alive right now. Your blood count is so low.
Gamboa had to undergo an emergency full hysterectomy. The procedure removes the entire uterus and the cervix, stopping menstrual periods and the ability to get pregnant. She says the surgery rocked her to her core.
I wish I had that opportunity, still to have another kid, but I don't have that chance no more. But I'm here. I'm still here.
She says she needed multiple blood transfusions to prepare her body for surgery because her blood count was so low. She even needed one during the procedure.
Even through the surgery, they had to do a emergency blood transfusion. I was down, so I don't remember anything.
But there's one thing she says she remembers for sure.
When I received that blood, there was always a card with a heart and then a name, just the first name, and a message. So I was like, wow, to have that, to have, a person, I don't even know where he's from, but they donated blood.
Now Gamboa donates blood, and she remembers her first experience fondly.
It was emotional and it hit me different. I was like, wow, it's my turn to give instead of receiving all the time.
And as she gives, Gamboa is reminded of the gift other donors gave her.
We have two amazing kids, and now I get to go home every day. I get to be with them.
The video's
Again, the Great Chicago Blood Drive returns tomorrow and Thursday. Scan the QR code to sign up for an appointment.
And you can always donate at any one of the 6 different locations that we're hosting across the 2 days. Our new site is in Mokina at the Oaks Recreation and Fitness Center. They need more people to sign up there. The entire donation process takes about an hour.
And don't forget to download the American Red Cross's app. You can see where your blood goes. So my donation from 2024 helped to save a life in Columbia, Missouri. My donation from, again, 2024. Oh, let's go back to 2020 because that one didn't go anywhere. Hold on. Here we go. 2023, Hayward, California.
Wow,
like, how cool is it that you
else.
can see where your blood goes to save somebody's life?
You got to download that app for me on my phone so I can keep track.
You're a big girl. You can figure out how to do it too.
No, Mama is still writing checks.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link, girl. I get it. On the way, from 5 and under to teens, apparently mullets are stealing the show.
Oh my goodness. Business in the front, party in the back. The Mullet is having a major movement, I guess you could say, this week. It took center stage at a farm show.
From kids to teens to diehard devotees, these competitors are proving the mullet comeback is not just a trend. In some cases, it's a tradition. ABC's Danny New has this story.
So what you got, Rock?
At the 110th Pennsylvania Farm Show this week,
USA! USA!
more than 1,000 turned out to take in its annual mullet contest.
I think Pennsylvania is one of the best states that has mullets in their competition.
Teenager Alex Booz here won the ages 13 to 18 category.
And that leaves first place my man right here, Alex.
For a passion that came to him mysteriously.
I couldn't tell you exactly why, but I just decided one day I wanted mullet, and since then I've been growing it out to where it is now.
The contestants were evaluated for their cut, presentation, and commitment, with 5 different age categories, including 5 and under.
Drew, foot shoot, first place.
Meanwhile, the ages 6 through 12 winners sealed the top prize with an homage.
Knows not to mess with Sir Joseph Dirt.
As he honored the 2001 comedy starring David Spade, Joe Dirt.
We'll do crowd's choice.
In fact, there was also a special award in honor of America's 250th birthday for the most patriotic participant. I'm assuming they all tied.
Let's win this thing!
And of course, there are mullet contests all across the land.
I'm never gonna get rid of my mullet.
A few years ago, I introduced you to Brody from Boston as he competed in the USA Mullet Championships.
USA! USA!
However, if you ask this week's teenage mullet champ about why the Keystone State's mullet is so special,
I think Pennsylvania just goes big or goes home.
Now, if you've been working on your mullet game for years, like some of us, the USA Mullet Championships usually closes registration around July, so you've got time to grow it even longer if you dare. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
It's a look. It's a look, it's a vibe.
It's Diane's favorite look.
I'm always amused though. So like my babies had bald spots from rubbing their head against the mattress when they were babies. So they end up growing de facto mullets when they're first growing out their hair.
That's cute.
That's a cute mullet.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Eyewitness News streaming at 7 continues after a break.
Taking a look at the morning's top stories, Adam Beckerink is back in Chicago this morning after being extradited from Michigan. He's accused of killing his wife, Caitlin Tracy, at his South Loop condo building in 2024. Beckerink will go before a Cook County judge this morning to be formally charged with her murder.
Illinois and Chicago are suing the Department of Homeland Security. The lawsuit accuses Border Patrol and ICE agents of causing turmoil in the Chicago area. It asks a court to step in and prevent agents from using tools like tear gas during Operation Midway Blitz. We've reached out to DHS for a comment but have not heard back.
Village trustees in LaGrange have approved plans for a new condo building where the Jackson Square Antique Mall stands. The property was sold last year to a developer who wants to tear it down and build a 39-unit condo complex in its place. Residents and mall renters spoke out against the plan at last night's meeting, but trustees agreed with the findings that the antique mall would cost too much to try to rehab. Tracy.
And a terrific Tuesday. By the way, have to say big hello to all of you watching us on Facebook and TikTok this morning. Producer Tony said, let's give them a shout out.
Okay. Hi, friends.
I like it.
And before we end this hour, today is National Shop for Travel Day. When airlines, hotels, and travel sites often roll out deals for trips later this year, experts say booking early can mean better prices, more options, less stress down the road. If you collect points, sometimes you can get a better price in points.
Okay, good to know. That's going to do it for this streaming hour.